you think in context of Prime Minister outpacing Nehru's record as the longest serving democratically elected Prime Minister on June 10? What do you think is the biggest contribution?
Well, there are several, fronts on which Prime Minister Narendra Modi has contributed and contributed pretty significantly. I think one of the biggest contribution is that, after a long 3 terms of political instability, I think, from 2014 till as right now, as we are talking, he brought a great degree of political stability as far as India is concerned. As Professor Vai wisely pointed out, there's an upward mobilization of castes and, a whole segment of people who were hitherto, not participative in the upward economic movement as far as the country is concerned. That was there, providing a largesse or providing food and other things to almost 80 crore Indian and being able to carry out and the respect of the country, which we have seen the kind of aggressive foreign policy which has been practiced by Prime Minister is also one of the key features of his 10 plus year of rule as the Prime Minister of this country.
Also, do you think that he has been able to transform the governance and the sort of work which the government has done in terms of scale, aims, IITs, national parks, things which are counted as numbers, infrastructure, road, exponentially expanded under Prime Minister Modi?
Well, I would say that yes, we have seen an upward tick, but if we say that it's a completely transformed from what it was in 2014 to what it is in on 2026, I would say that yes, there's an upward tick of the kind of work which has been carried out, the kind of infrastructural boost it has given. But I mean, jury is out on that because there are many who believe that that you have seen cosmetic changes of the Lutyens' Delhi, you would say, and other infrastructural projects and all. But they're saying that, when it comes to institutes of learning, when it comes to founding university that stand apart and is counted as one of the best in the world, people, his critics feel that that is one area where the government has not delivered what it has said. There have been many airports, critics point out, airports and, many new universities which have been opened up, but they have not kind of become the cultural or the center of excellence which we have seen, many previous universities be. So this is one area where there's a lot of criticism as far as the Prime Minister's tenure is concerned.
Professor Badri Narayan, can we say it's a second republic under Prime Minister Modi?
Yes, indeed. This is a very nice term which you have given, second republic. And governance became more and more democratic. So democratizing governance and opening governance for everyone. So less governance and more delivery, that kind of thing. So the question which you asked to Rajesh about the governance, what I observed that PM Modi has a little contribution is to evolve capacity to aspire among the most marginal of Indian society. Capacity to aspire and then capacity to acquire. And also he delivered schemes, programs, projects to supplement the aspiration of the people. So in that way, he has done wonderful work in creating mobility. And one of the craft of his governance is capacity to evolving capacity to aspire. Secondly, multiple linking multiple departments, governments, governmental agencies in one mission. So there are missions, and every ministry has to work with the missions. Earlier, ministries had no interaction. One ministry goes in this direction.
But there is something also which we have to really account for. Under Prime Minister Modi, first ideological commitments have been fulfilled. You have a temple in Ayodhya, uniform civil codes are being implemented by state, and Article 370 has been repeated. But most important is that BJP has been able to expand Brijesh in non-traditional areas. For example, they have a chief minister in Haryana. This time in the municipal bodies, though AAP has done well, BJP's tally has tripled. The local body polls that we covered. They have a chief minister in Bihar. They have repeated chief ministers in Assam. They have broken through in West Bengal. They have a government in Odisha. So I mean to say, and they are in power in a sharing mode in Andhra Pradesh. Yes, the Tamil Nadu project has not worked, but if you look at broadly, they are everywhere in India today.
Well, I would say, you know, as the term goes, that Kashmir se Kanyakumari tak, not exactly literally, but figuratively, the footprints of Bharatiya Janata Party has expanded, and expanded how? I think right now, if you ask me, Kartike, they are literally at the apogee of their political expansion. You know, states which were hitherto, BJP would have never thought that they will be able to break into, you know, the dominance of Naveen Patnaik was absolute. And, you know, I mean, honestly speaking, you know, off record, even BJP planners were not that, you know, hopeful of the kind of mandate they got. In Odisha, it was one case. In West Bengal, it was another. And we also saw, you know, how they broke away the traditional caste wisdom which have ruled the politics of Haryana also, you know.